particular, and then as the defense gels together, I think that's what we're looking for.
Coach mentioned Gabe Bacchus, and the head coach mentions a freshman, a true freshman, catches my attention. Possibility for him to see some game time?
Yeah, we'll see. You never want to say a true freshman's going to get thrown out to the wolves, but Gabe has been blessed with some physical talent. He's a big, strong kid, and he's just a natural football player. So he's getting a lot of opportunities right now, and that's up to him to kind of take it and run with it.
And are there clues for him or anybody else where you can tell, like, they're not just good in practice, they'll be good in game? There's guys that supposedly kind of show up sometimes when the lights are on, and these guys are just good in practice. Can you tell how that will carry over?
Yeah, I think with young guys especially, because they don't have the full understanding of the playbook yet. They're learning the playbook, but all of a sudden you see them out there making plays, they're going to be a pretty good football player. And they might be messing up, but they're making plays, so that's always a good sign. So a lot of those young guys are doing some stuff right now where they don't quite understand what's going on yet, but they're out around the football having fun and just playing football. And I think a lot of our young guys are doing that, not just in the outside linebacker position, but all over the field.
You've done this a long time, but can you give me an indication as to what the summer work for the first time was able to do for you now in these first couple of days? How far ahead are you in day 3 in camp, just because of the work you had this summer?
Yeah, no, that was huge. The ability to get with your guys and work individual and do certain things and sit in the classroom and do things. Like we've installed our package 3 times now. So our guys know what to do. Now it's just going out and execution and the physicality part of it that match up. But from a learning standpoint, we were able to kind of get with these guys and install our stuff, and now they've heard it again and again and again, and that's only going to help us.
Is that the big thing where you're just finishing day 3 and there's just maybe even less install and more just fundamental work now and getting everything down?
Yeah, shoot, man, almost our whole package is in right now. So it's day 3. We've got a lot of stuff in, and there's some stuff we got to correct, but for the most part, our guys handled it really well. And like you said, this is the good fundamentals win football games, bad fundamentals lose games. So that's what we're really harping on right now. Is here's the package. Now let's work on the craft, and that's what we're doing.
Shimon Cooper can bounce back and forth between the inside and outside. How's he looking on the outside for you?
Shimon's really done a great job from his transition from spring ball. He's embraced that role where he's at right now, and I'm really excited to see where he's at. He's having fun. He's smiling. He's having some excitement about him. He just continues to progress. I think he'll be able to help us out.
Gabe's a pretty big kid. Any chance we'll see him at some point with his hand on the ground, or do you like him where he's at now?
For our outside backers, we're a little different, so we like to stand up and see things, all right? And so, but who knows what's going to happen? We're going to play the best guys on the field when we can, and if Gabe's one of those guys with his hand on the ground, that's what it's going to be. But, we're excited to see what he can do in the future, for sure.
I saw a tweet of a pre-camp meal that you guys had.
Yeah.
What really stands out is the length of this group. Are you happy with how you've recruited to the group? Or?
Yes, I think that's kind of the standard now, right? So we've been able to go out there and identify some young individuals, and you gotta recruit better than what you got, and that's kind of every year. If you recruit better, you're gonna have a really good football team in 4 to 5 years, but that's not. We want to be good now, obviously, but no, length is great. We play on the edge. We are the edge. We got to be able to have long levers and play with extension, and that's just kind of the beast that we're building here.
You mentioned losing so many snaps with OC and Isaiah, but there's a guy named Seth Coleman who's making a really big impact earlier last year. How has he adapted to a new leadership role and probably a veteran role on this team?
Yeah, I'm fired up about Seth. Seth has understood where he was, all right, what happened, and now he doesn't want that to happen again. So I think he's in a position right now where he's put on a lot of weight. Tank and his crew have done an unbelievable job of getting him ready for his body, and you're seeing what you thought was a speedster turn into a speed and power guy. And I think he's mastering his craft and becoming. He cares, and now that he's in that full mode, I'm excited to see what he can do.
You said what the problem was. Obviously, he got on the field and started for you. What was the problem? Was it just the strength part?
Yeah, well, last year when it was his ankle, right? He had a bum ankle, and then kind of got Wally pipped a little bit, and so Isaiah came back in, was playing at a high level, and he still had his role, and on certain downs, but he's seen that, and it's been a fun transformation over from February to right now, where he's done with his body.
Ezekiel, this guy we saw a little bit, but obviously a bigger role this year. Yep. Why do you think he's prepared for that, or what have you seen from him?
He's kind of the old soul in the room, so I think he's trying to take that leadership role, kind of organizing summer workouts and getting guys into the right place, and And I think this is his time to shine. He wants to, fall camp's going to happen. There's a lot of stuff up for grabs, but he's kind of wanting to grab that thing right now. So I'm excited to see where he takes his next 2 weeks. And, he had a great spring, he got a great summer. Now he's got to continue to master his craft in certain things, and he'll have a role for us.
I know you probably asked about how Brian, a year in with him,
Mm-hmm.
what's his preparation level right now?
It's awesome. For Alec to come in here, we joked around, this is really his first fall camp. He was a COVID freshman that didn't really have to go through it. And then last year transferring, he didn't really go through it. So now this is his first fall camp. So adapting to what life's like, taking care of his body and all that stuff, he's done a great job. But he's just a natural football player. He's powerful. He brings some excitement to the room. He has an edge about him, which is fun to watch him. And like our whole room, what we've been able to do over the last year, I think, is build some depth along that edge. And I'm excited for those guys all to kind of compete for playing time, really. And Alex is going to be part of that.
I know Gabe and Jared, you're excited to get. I know it's so early, but what's the initial impressions of getting them in the room?
Excited, very excited. They both bring different elements to it. Jared is a real green football player. He's a big basketball guy in high school, and now he's really transitioning fully into the football world. But he's got tools that you can't teach. He's got length, he's got burst, he's explosive. And then Gabe is he's strong as heck. He's got natural body positioning with a wrestling background. And he's got this look in his eye like he's going to kill everybody. So it's a good thing to have, and I'm excited he's on our team. And I think he's just one of those. Both of them are good football players, and they're going to have bright futures.
Shimon taking a step with
Mm-hmm.
you guys?
Yeah, Shimon. Like I said, we got a core of guys. I got 8 guys in my room, and I feel good about all of them. So the competition's there. All right, there's you can only play 11. So we're trying to figure out between who's going to be in this package or that package. So we got a lot of stuff that we can do, but I'm excited about all of those guys in that room.
As you sort of built that position from the ground up, Ryan said yesterday that the guys are starting to look maybe like physically what you want. Do you feel like you've found that group?
I think so, and once we've made this decision to go where we're at, we had a conversation about, all right, what do we want these guys to look like, and that's been our recruiting since we've been going. We want length, we want size, we want big people. We're in the Big Ten, so we need big people that are still able to move and be athletic. So we're kind of identifying those types of guys in our recruiting process, and some of those guys were here already, like Seth and Zeke and all that, and they've kind of bought into that role. To me, this outside backer position is one of the more fun positions on any football team in any part of the country, because you're playing on the edge, you're seeing everything, you're dropping in coverage, we rush you in the passing game, you're going to get sacks, you're going to get a chance to get interceptions. I mean, why wouldn't you want to do that? This is a unique position that not everybody's doing across the country, and to me, this is a huge sell for a lot of guys to come be part of this system.
Is it a challenge to find guys who fit? Because there are a lot of other coaches looking for the same type of kid.
Absolutely. But we got something great to sell here. Obviously with Coach Bielema's success with his past and his work in the NFL, the outside backer world, and then playing for Ryan Walters in this system, and just what we do here. I think from the bottom part of the organization to the top, we got a lot to sell that kids are attracted to right now, and now we just got to go out there and produce and have fun with it. And I think that'll sell itself.